Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
If you're looking for options, Peter, then you're looking at Darwin Núñez, because he offers loads. A real physical presence who's always going to offer you an outball, but I think what's impressed many people in recent times about him is the pace he can actually bring to get in behind opposition defences. And that doesn't mean he'll actually hold his position centrally. He loves to go and drift to either flank, and he can easily take on a fullback and beat him.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Can he stop it going out? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. All the way back. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neither side especially adventurous early on. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's João Pedro. Ederson. Joelinton. Passing nice and neat. Ugarte gets it clear. Played out to the left flank. And he's had it nicked away. Valverde. It's gone for a throw-in.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Now it's Darwin. Nunez! Oh, brilliant from Darwin Nunez! A finish of true class! And Uruguay take the lead! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter.
Oh, great leap! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Uruguay are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Just eases him off the ball. Ederson.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Darwin. Darwin. Good, strong midfield running here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ooh, perfectly measured that. De Arrascaeta. Luis wins the duel this time. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shot at goal! That's another chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And he should have made it 4.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Rafinha. Nice-looking ball. Can he get onto this? Big chance, corner. Brazil with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He's having a shot! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, the ball was there to be hit, Peter, but wow, even so, that's never easy. Everything has to be perfect for that to come off.
Big chance! And he's stuck it away. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Uruguay palpably stronger, better, superior. Ugarte. Darwin. Now Ugarte. Darwin. And it's Joelinton. Caio Enrique in acres of space out wide. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Gracias por su cooperación.
So the action resumes.
Brazil really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Now it's João Pedro. And he's found the way past. And they're quick to... And the shot! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So could they be onto something here? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's in a great position here. He's beaten the last man. Gabriel lays it forward. That's tidy. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Joelinton did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Luis. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. That's a throw. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Darwin. Oh, he's bustling through here. Can he finish? And no mistake. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the bit. Shoots! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
He's got away. Oh, he's been flattened there. Linton. Now Ederson.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Linton. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Ugarte, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Linton really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And he cuts out the supply. Valverde is in a really good position out wide. And he's heaved it away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Rafinha is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
There will be a throw-in.
Cambio en Uruguay. Número 20. Número 7. Número 10.
Jesson.
Número 15.
Space for him to turn and look.
Número 5.
Now the... Oh, great header! And a neat finish. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Yeah, a diving header is always a pleasure, but...
Chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oliveira calmly anticipates. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's João Pedro. Nandez tries to pass it through. And he's running through. Now it's Nandez. The cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Driving forward. De La Cruz. And he's there to get it away. Uruguay have reclaimed it. Marquinhos. Nandez. Now this could be a chance. De La Cruz! And that's a tiny finish. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So now the difference is 3. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Gerson. Well seen, saw that. And we're done. A tale of 2 teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. Ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Now it's De Arrascaeta. Oh, that's a key interception. De Arrascaeta. Passes short and sharp. Valverde. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I really like the look of this fella, João Pedro, Peter. He has a lovely brand of flair, skillful, quick, composed, always looking to exploit spaces in and around the box. I expect to see him getting heavily involved with his side's attacking play here.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Lovely, now then. Ugarte was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Ugarte. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Luis did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Spread neatly. Could move up a gear here. And the pass is intercepted.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And Uruguay could counter here. Now it's Darwin. That's going wide left. He's in plenty of space here. And that's left real. And there's a goal. Douglas Luis. Oh, he's found support out wide. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Good ball, good take. Now this could be a chance. Douglas Luis. Luis really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
To Arrascaeta. Linton. Oh, there's a probing ball. Edison. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, super find. Valverde.
Uruguay always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Now it's Pedro. De Arrascaeta. And here's Nunez. Nunez. Chance! Goal! Uruguay! And we have liftoff! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Uruguay are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Uruguay are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Douglas Luis. De Arrascaeta. Uruguay have it back and can go again. Now it's Darwin. De Arrascaeta gives it back. Linton, Douglas Luis. This is a promising build-up. Oh, that's well spotted. Ugarte. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Pedro. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Uruguay can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Now the cross. Oh, that was vital. Valverde. Now it's Darwin. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Valverde making good progress on the right-hand side. He has a look out. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good spread. Valverde. Douglas Luiz. Joao Pedro. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Joe Linton. De La Cruz. Looking to play him in. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, it's just a little long. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all kept tries a shot! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here? Caio Henrique defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's fabulous. That's the keeper's ball. Valverde. Valverde. And he welcomes great chance! And again! Goal! Uruguay! And again they hit the front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Uruguay with the lead.
Brazil may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Well, that is one way to stop him. The referee's awarded a free kick, and he's going to have his name taken.
Cambio en Uruguay. Número 20.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Frustratingly close. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Joao Pedro. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brazil perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And he was quick to react. Half an hour gone in the second half. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Pedro. He's in plenty of space here. Look at this. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Cambio en Uruguay. Número 15. Número 5.
So we have movement on both
Número
benches.
7.
Quite a game this,
Número
all
8.
square again.
Número
Well, now
6.
they've saved themselves. You
Número
can really
25.
sense a
And it's
change.
Paquetá. And that is expertly dealt with.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That's destined for the flank. Always onto this. There's the shot! Goal, Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Brazil leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. Brazil moments now away from seeing this one out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Se van a jugar 4 minutos de compensación.
That's a good ball. And the finish! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Couto. 4 extra minutes added on. Pedro.
De la Cruz.
Now it's Darwin. Now it's Darwin.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, relief! Relief at last, the final whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And he was quick to react. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I just get the feeling that this could all rest on how much the team can get out of this fella, Martinelli. When he's on it, he's very sharp, very alert at putting pressure on his opponents, and he has explosive pace to get behind any defence. A real handful and a troublemaker.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. De Arrascaeta. Look at the space here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Real chance here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Ugarte.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Darwin. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Not the most accurate pass.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Now this could be a chance. Valverde! Valverde!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Pedro. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A probing pass. Now it's Darwin. Can he get on the end of this? Space for him to turn and look. Taken back almost at once. And a chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Martinelli going after that. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's João Pedro. Plays a sharp little ball here. Cross needs to be good. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Danilo. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Joelinton. Well, that's an excellent interception. No way through, so back it comes. Gerson! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. Gives it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Oh, nice touch. Valverde. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pass is just off target. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Chance! Marvellous goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Uruguay have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
That is good alertness. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shot could be on. De Arrascaeta, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Uruguay appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Just eases him off the ball. Martinelli being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that has not gone well. Picked out brilliantly. And he's straight offside. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Ugarte clears without hesitation. Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Joe Linton really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Uruguay are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
For a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A case now of complete control. Big chance! Lobbed in behind. And no, that was never going to make it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, cracking ball. It's a goal kick. Now he's off and running. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gerson. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gerson. Oh, that's a fine interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly reach.
Just the keeper in his way. Valverde! And that was very necessary.
Cambio.
And he's quick to return it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Edison. Joao Pedro. Rafinha is onto this. Threads one in. Shoots! And it's made its way to him. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Time and again they are repelled. And he plays one through. Now it's Darwin. Nunez. He's through on goal. Can he finish? Well taken goal. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. The end of the game. Reflections?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out.